Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Town Critics podcast. I'm one third of Small Town Critics. My name is Mo.
I'm Hashi.
It's Mo, Cam, Hashi.
I'm Hashi.
You good? You good?
You okay?
You good?
I'm good, bro.
Do you need a...
Just had a little bit of coffee, man.
Okay.
Caffeine kick. It's probably my fault. I mean, I sat here. I think I've completely thrown everything out of wig.
And we got Mark today.
And we got
Yes.
Mark. Still here.
Just chilling.
Thank you
Just
for that.
chilling. I'm chilling today. I was at the film festival and I thought I'd come in and just sit here.
Yes.
I'm not actually doing much today, guys, so I'm just going to sit here and just pass.
You just coast. Why not? Coast. That's cool.
But yeah. So guys, for this one, we're going to be doing a movie review for Sumotherhood. So we're going to do things a little bit different for movie reviews. First few minutes, we're going to do a non-spoiler review. Mm-hmm. Because we know there's a lot of people that want to watch our videos and they've personally told us they can't till they actually watch the movie because we mainly do spoiler reviews. So to cater to them, and I think it's a bit unfair, so to cater to them, we'll start the episode off with a non-spoiler review and then we'll do a spoiler review. Hopefully we can split that into chapters on YouTube so you guys can see that and it's easy for you.
If not, we'll put down spoilers coming up on the bottom of the screen.
Or that,
We'll
that,
do something. So
and we'll
Some kind of spoiler warning,
yeah, and we'll say when we're about to start the spoiler review.
Well, I'll just sit here like this and you'll know.
Yeah. But guys, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you know you get notifications for when the videos are coming up so you don't miss anything. Flood the comments, please. But really quickly, non-spoiler review. Hashi, I'm gonna start with you. Sumotherhood, non-spoiler.
Okay.
Chat to me.
Bizzle, click like it's showtime.
Is it some type of prank or something?
This ain't no prank, rude boy. This is Crime Watch UK live and direct in your face. Click like.
This is probably the worst one we could have started with because not much positivity, unfortunately.
Everything's the worst with you, isn't it?
No, it's not. I don't want to be, man. But there's some great stuff coming up, by the way, in the next couple of months, which should be very, very positive about. But with this, again, Sumotherhood was a very, very funny film. I really, really enjoyed that film. I did not enjoy this that much because they tried to lean on what made that movie so successful in regards to some of the jokes, some of the set pieces as well. But where this movie falls short is the dialogue is very, very repetitive to a point where it gets annoying.
Rico and Kane, click clack.
There's one of
That's
them.
Rico. That's Kane.
Yep, that's one of them. And then that gets very old
Kim gave me a
very, very quickly.
I mean, in the trailer, that was annoying.
Yes.
Click, clack.
Yes.
I was like,
And again, I think even the story of the film, which we're not going to get into now, was a bit lacking for me. But again, I just think Tyrone was a bright spot for me.
Which one was Tyrone?
Wait. We'll get there.
is that click or
Okay.
clack?
We'll get there. You're an idiot.
Sorry,
We'll
I'm
get
sorry.
there. Can I quickly jump in?
Get
Go
out.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to
You know what? I think I need some help, Cam, because obviously.
Yeah, can I get in? So, just like Hash, I went in with a bit of nostalgia because I really like Sumotherhood, and I just thought that was brilliant for the time. They've copied and pasted, and on top of that, it's just irrelevant. Yes,
In what sense?
in my opinion, we don't need something like this. I said to Hash and Mark, I believe this was written by a 15-year-old. The set piece, everything, the storyline, the set pieces, and the dialogue. And even that 15-year-old didn't know what he was doing. On top of that, it was so bad. Some of the dialogue, I believe, was so bad. I thought, you know what? Even if they pulled back a bit, it would still be too much.
Yes.
That's how much. And it's like they overdid it.
No man was just joking, innit?
They tried to get they tried to hit all the marks that they did in Sumotherhood.
Sumotherhood, yeah.
All the marks that they did, and maybe try to get all the success. Now we've seen everything. So everyone's got a reference point. Everyone could go back and see Sumotherhood. Everyone would go and see not everyone. Most people go and see Sumotherhood to prep for this, Sumotherhood. And if you do that, you get everything. It's literally copy and paste.
Yep.
When we do get to the spoilers, because there's some things I really want to talk about in the light of a copy and paste.
Yep.
It's like okay, you've done that. Why are you doing it again?
Yes, I think Kem, you made a good point. I think just overall the dialogue, any kind of communication between characters, and even exposition of the story was done in such a bad way to a point where it felt like a caricature of the culture at times.
Oh, really bad.
And it at some points, I have to be honest with you, like some of the stuff was very offensive, man.
It was.
At times.
It was so
And
cringe.
it wasn't offensive to a point where it was kind of taking out, like, trying to offend like a certain group or anything like that. Just in terms of the audience, his intelligence at times.
Yes, I do agree.
And I thought it was just very, very derivative. And again, Adam Deacon directed this film. And there's many parts of the film that I actually directed very, very well.
Yes.
In regards to some action set piece. There's one action set piece in a club, without going into too much, that was actually filmed and staged very, very well.
But it was incoherent.
Yes, and editing, there was way more, I think, Mark's probably a better place to kind of talk about this, but there was some lingering shots that didn't have to be there, and some kind of like shot reverse shots that were just done for no apparent reason. Again, a lot of shaky.
We talked about that, didn't they? One of these directors at the festival.
Yeah.
It's like a style choice to leave it linger on
something.
Particular thing for too much.
That does not matter and doesn't add anything to the story.
Yeah, and that's the problem, isn't it, sometimes?
And there was loads of sloppy stuff where a pan or a movement of the camera wasn't on the mark of the actual character on screen and stuff like that. Just very, very slow. And it got to the point, it happened like 3 times in the space of like 6 different scenes towards at the start of the movie and stuff like that. And it was just very, very strange.
Okay, I had obviously this is not a spoiler. There was a certain scene in this movie I had real gripes with. On top of everything else, is that it was done so bad, and I can't for the life of me forgive these people in post-production to let this go through. There were like repeat frames in a section where it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Like
I know the place you're talking
juddering and lagging with the certain scene, and I was like, how did this get past post-production? It's so bad, like so bad. Yeah. And there was shots in this I felt that again, like you had flash frames from previous frames transition into other shots that didn't make any sense. But that's just me being picky.
No,
but
Mo, it'd be good to find out whether or not this is Adam Deacon's directorial debut, because that could have been a factor.
It can't be, because he done Another Hood.
Did he direct Another Hood as well?
I'm not sure. Could you check, please?
That'd be good to check.
He's the director of Another Hood.
Yeah. So that was good, and I think because again, there's a lot of like really sort of wholesome moments in this, like for what he's trying to do, it was good.
He's directed and written both. So.
But I have to admit also, like, even older people above the age of 50 in this movie were talking as if they were kids.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yes, there's one great character actor that's in a scene, and he's talking as if he is like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I could.
And it was just very strange and very jarring.
Yeah.
And
have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, could you let us know what you think?
Super over the top, like extremely over the top.
Give me everything you got. Pounds, 10p's, 5p's, and even the brown pennies.
You want the pennies?
How much longer is this gonna take?
There were some people in my theater that were laughing their head off at every
Same.
single like Kem, I'm not even joking when I say every single joke.
Yeah, I felt at times, Mo, I felt like I was in the wrong.
I thought to myself, am I just not getting it
Same.
or something?
I
Like,
felt the exact same way.
and like at every single line, and I'm just like, is it really that funny? Maybe I'm missing it.
Is it like a culture thing that, you know, for the youngsters of today, of the way trying to
No, it's
get
more.
a
It's
demographic?
more. It's actually more for people like our age, because we see characters we saw in the previous film. Like with certain characters, when they come to the screen, people are like, "Yo," people going crazy when they
a
see
lot
certain
of
characters.
a lot of the characters that were in that movie we grew up with.
Yeah.
I'm
hoping we do this. The spoiler alert, because I really want to spoil it now.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I just want to say, like, it is very over the top, and to follow up on what you guys are talking about with like the camera work and the shots and stuff like that, some of it did feel like it was just a video, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like a video that could have just gone on Link Up TV or Grime Daily or something like that, like a skit video or something like that. It didn't feel always like a movie to me, and I think that took me out of the movie quite a bit. But yeah, overall, I just think I'm not with, like, Bottoms came out this year.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Bottoms came out this year, and that's an over the top comedy. But I think that worked so well. This one is so over the top. Every single line is over the top. Like every single line is over the top. And I think that's the problem. There were parts that I did chuckle at and stuff like that. Like, I judge movies by my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Right? shots and things like that. If it's beautiful, great. If it's not that great, it doesn't really take me out of the movie. If it's really bad, cool, I get it, yeah. But more than anything, I just need to enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff in this movie took me out of it, to be honest with you. And it felt like a cameo fest as well.
I was just about to ask you that.
Which was
Do you reckon they tried
like,
to shoehorn in every single thing that we've seen growing up?
Guys,
a little bit.
I couldn't believe Tamsin Outhwaite. Is it Outhwaite?
Outhwaite, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Was in this. Denise Van Outen was in this.
Yeah.
Just for one not even a scene.
That woman from Two Birds with a Feather.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, can you hit the spoiler button?
Joanna
please?
Saunders.
All right, guys.
Spoiler button, please.
All right, guys.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, guys. We're gonna move on to the spoiler discussion.
Sorry, guys.
For this movie. There we go.
There you go.
Just put the word spoilers, right?
Yeah,
The image of Mark.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it and then come back and finish off this video.
Yeah. Good thing I mentioned those 3 cameos because they were in the trailer. Thankfully.
Yeah.
But go on, Ken.
Chem is eager. Go.
Yes.
Go, please.
So this is the bit that really frustrated me. So you see the Ed Sheeran bit. I really like. I think that was one of the better part of the movie for me.
I agree.
Oi, what you not saying? What the fuck, man?
But it was Ashley. I mean, what's it? Ashley
Waters?
Waters.
What about
Copy and paste.
Wait, who? Wait,
In
what?
Another Hood.
I Confession. I haven't seen it.
Okay, have you seen it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Copy and
Okay,
paste, yeah.
now
Sorry,
my
I
issue
haven't
is
seen it. I'm just gonna give it a quick look.
It's a question. Is this an alternate universe? Because
It's Another Hood.
no, because Another Hood.
It's Another Hood.
No,
it's literally called Another Hood. Yeah.
Because
Another
some
Hood.
Other Hood. The reason why, because Tyrone is not Tyrone in this one. He's Tyrese. Yeah, and Nick is not Kenneth. Kenneth was Adam Deacon in the first one.
Yeah.
Because Tyrone, you say, "Oh, is that Kenneth?"
Yeah.
With the lisp and everything.
Yeah.
So you get all these. Is this like another universe or something?
Yeah.
So that was
Very,
my thing.
That's a very, very good
Because
point.
Nick weren't Nick. Nick was it Nick and was it Rico and Nick?
Rico and
it
Kane.
wasn't Rico and Kane. It wasn't Kane.
Yeah.
It was Kenneth. If you check it up.
Yeah.
Check up Another Hood and check up the actual names of the cars.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This movie was so bad. I didn't even think to even look into that. That's such
It bothered me.
Yeah, that's such a good point, though.
Yeah,
Because-
Richie Campbell is Tyrone and Adam Deacon is Kenneth in Another Hood.
There you go.
Yeah.
They said, it's Tyrone. And who's on the throne? Tyrone.
Yeah.
Who's on the throne?
Yeah. Again, I thought Tyrese in this was so funny.
So bad
for me,
You thought it was funny?
I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one scene in the hospital when he licks his fingers, and that got me.
That got me too. That got me too.
Again, he was just so like it's so much, too much,
Yeah, so-
all in one.
So Tyrese's brother to be talking like he's one of the man them.
Yeah.
He's a big like 60-year-old character actor that played Tyrese's brother.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. He's like,
Fam, yeah, bro, you have to understand. He's like, oh, bro, point that finger at me. You sure you want to do it? Lifts him up and then point him down. Move that finger away from me. Don't do that. Are you sure you want to do it? I'll knock you out, punching you. It's like,
Guys,
within one
It is
dialogue,
Yeah.
he's basically threatened him, says, put your gun away because I'll move to you. Don't shoot me. How do you do that?
It is over the top, but I know we know like there's people that age that are still like that. Like there's a couple people that are
Yeah,
still not.
you're right,
They
you're
haven't
right.
left that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're right.
But yeah, I get you. Obviously, the over the topness is
It's by
it's
design.
intentional. Yeah, it's by design.
guys, we have to.
What?
Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn wasn't it?
Jeremy Corbyn was
waste
in
man.
this movie.
You're waste man.
Waste man. Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it, and he came out of a disabled toilet. It just all.
Oh,
just,
did he?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
and it was just so strange. It was
You
just
know
so
what?
strange.
Out of everything, yeah, for me to watch this movie and couldn't care less, or like I was the only thing that got me, and please don't cancel me, is when the guy was when the Fed was talking about the lady's fanny. It was
When he was like that.
that was funny.
He's
By
an
the way,
idiot. He's an idiot.
wasn't it weird? We had some kind of Uncle Ruckus style police
man.
officer which again didn't really make sense.
Yeah,
And you
I didn't get it either.
I don't
and
get
you
it.
have this his white partner trying to be this sympathetic.
Yeah, that was mad. Yeah, that was
it felt a
crazy.
bit manipulative
That was
in
crazy,
the
yeah.
worst possible way, and also the most egregious thing, trying to shoehorn a positive stance on mental health
Yeah.
throughout this in
I
the
did
middle
it-
of jokes.
I did.
Come
I
on.
think
No.
I think it was placed wrong.
Yes,
I think
the
it
message
was
is
good.
right, but
No, I think it
It's
was
not
good
even
that
just
he
the
did
message.
it.
I appreciate it because we know Adam Deacon's had his
Yeah.
issues with mental health and
Yes.
stuff like that. So yeah, I get why they did it, and I appreciate that they did that. Maybe they shoehorned it in a bit too much,
Yeah.
and at the wrong times.
Yeah.
But
So,
I
It's-
get why they would add
It's
that
not a
in,
bad
do you
thing
know
that
what I
they
mean?
did it because
Yeah.
again, it does I think it bodes well for people who are suffering. So people who are suffering from mental health issues, especially bipolar, like could look at this and like, yes, it's a bad film. Look at this one, and think, you know what? Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
But
Fair
that-
enough.
yeah.
I'm champion here.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot to it that I can't get on board. I will not get on board. You got the guy. You got KG on skates.
So Shadrach and the Man.
Shadrach and the Man. That's what they try to shoehorn every single
Yes,
cultural
Everything. There was
thing
a
that
lot.
we grew up with.
It was a cameo fest. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was.
and I think the thing that again was just very strange at why they did this, because they want to have a positive mental health message in this movie, but then every single female character that came onto the screen was getting dissed like crazy.
Yeah, the sister was just, you slut, you this.
Yeah,
you
you're this.
Yeah.
And then Tamsin Outway, when she comes on the screen, you're this, you're that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the same with Denise Van Outen. Like
Yeah.
one scene and she gives him the finger.
It was only what's her name at the end? The police officer, the chief, who was kind of just like,
Even that was cringy, man.
Yes.
yeah, I get you.
Even
Yeah.
that was-
She's like, is this menthol?
Yeah.
That was no. Well, I would say the bits I laughed at though, when they were robbing Lethal B. Yeah.
That was that was a
There was no.
I didn't wanna hear that pow,
no,
man,
No,
and I
no,
heard
no,
that,
no.
like,
Let me tell you
forget it,
something. Yeah,
man.
when he said, "Leave it," yeah, pow! I don't know why. That made me laugh,
that made
bro.
me laugh. And that goes back to what you're saying. That would have been a perfect skit on Link Up TV.
See, that's the thing. Yeah.
That would have been that would have
Yeah.
been the skit that would have been on Link Up TV.
Another one was
And it was
when,
so good. And that goes back to like the action scenes. Any punch that was thrown felt real. Because that lethal B punch was actually, you felt
It did
that-
feel, yeah.
you felt a punch
It looked
there.
good, yeah.
But then in the bank when they got the guns, you can see their plastic. You can literally see the way they, you know what I mean? It was so.
I do love the bit on the stage where they're whining and that got me. The guy's like, no, why properly, bruv? He's like, no, bruv, why properly? And
I'm not gonna lie, there was a bit when Adam Deacon said, yeah, I'm gonna get my man them and all of that stuff, and then it was
That
kids,
was-
right?
Yeah.
It was dumb. But when the kid said, I'm not even 12, and Jazzy said, stop for a lot, not even 12. That made me laugh. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The third act was a mess.
A mess. You know,
Absolute mess.
I have to, guys. I have to admit, I did fall asleep for a good 2-3 minutes until the main kind of police chief started going crazy about
That's
the menthol.
crazy from you.
Bro. Again, it kind of shows how bad this movie
was
is.
a bad movie.
It couldn't sustain my.
It
my
was a
attention,
bad
bro.
movie. And
And
to be
I-
honest, how bad it is, I don't know how we're still talking about it. Sorry, I really don't, because it's that bad. We've covered every bad bit of it, and there's still more. There's still more
The
bad to
worst
go.
thing is, and you know the worst, we're rooting for this movie because we loved Motherhood so much. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just say one
that
thing? Yeah?
Tyrone with the ketchup.
It's not
and the finger thing.
Tyrone. Tyrese.
Sorry, I'm saying Tyrone and
yeah.
the ketchup scene. Bro,
Even-
that's an outstanding scene.
Even the double yellow line guy. You don't need him there.
Hello. Can't you see this? He's a
Need him there.
I'm sorry, sir, but you do not like your car.
You know,
I got happy when I saw him,
they
but-
shoehorned him in. Oh, you're gonna have to pay for parking.
Yeah.
Just for him to be
Just
there.
to do that, yeah.
But then look, as I'm saying, like, I believe honestly, this is it was needed. For Adam Deacon needed this. He needed this.
Yeah.
But I think he should never have done this.
I get it. I mean, I think a lot of the intention for adding a lot of these people is just like to kind of like, in a way, give back to the culture and kind of like, like give these people praise in it in a better way than just like these skits on Link Up TV and Grime Daily. But it needs to make sense.
I think it's
There you
good.
go. The problem is.
I think this movie, even though it is what it is, and it is where it is now, you are going to get some people who like it because it's a bad
100%,
movie.
yeah.
But I think it's doing a disservice for like culture movies.
Yeah.
British culture. Because now if people want to look at British comedy, it's just
I'm
like
gonna go to that.
this is the only thing for recency. Like you're gonna look at this as a reference point. It's like people are gonna be looking at it and think, what am I watching?
Yeah, we need more and
Good.
written in a different way. Yeah. I want to say this as well. I think a lot of people were underutilized.
Oh yeah.
Don't
without-
jealous me. Who was
He was good.
Tyrese's right hand man. His
acting was brilliant.
But he never had no like. He's funny, man.
He's a
and
funny,
he never
funny
had
guy.
no like lines that could give shine to his comedy and stuff like that. A-dot comedian just getting shot in the leg all the time. Oh my god, you know what I'm saying? That was just like okay, cool, whatever.
You're so right, man.
I feel like he could have been utilized a bit more. But I gotta shout out Richie Campbell though, because that's a versatile actor, Tyrese. He's a versatile actor, man, because he's been in other things. Like isn't he Deshane's brother in Top Boy? And in that,
He's in Carnival Row as well.
He acts like a serious, but like
He's
he
a
can.
really good actor.
He's versatile
No,
as
he's not
hell,
Carnival
man.
Row,
No.
No, he's in another program. No, he's in another sort of. It's not him in Carnival Row, but he's done. I've seen him.
He's you're right.
Really
he's a
good.
actor.
He's very versatile, and like I can understand why they would pick him for this kind of role as well. And even though I didn't like his acting in it because of it's more the writing, it's not really his acting. But like I said, he's very versatile, which I got to shout him out for that.
This movie needed a screenwriter. If it had like a decent, like great comedic screenwriter, then
I think
it could have worked. And also,
but you never know about who wants to like give budgets to these
Yeah,
movies.
so I was gonna say. So my question to you, because obviously I'm
Super independent, isn't it? Like,
I haven't seen it. So my question to you three then is, how would something like this have been made? Because making a film,
I know why, yeah.
you've got to go through, you've got writers, you've got producers, then you've got the film editors, then you've got the people who double check it. You've also got the film studios. You've got all these, then you've also got the people who fund it.
Yeah.
So that at some point, someone down the line must have thought, this is going to be a lot of rubbish.
yeah, he probably got. He
shouldn't.
might have been rejected so many times to try and get.
But
this
I
movie
also
done.
think Adam Deacon's got a lot of sway because his marketing for this has been incredible. Like you've seen his deal. There's so much product placement, by the way, especially with I think is it a certain kebab company. Let's just say.
Oh, GD.
Yeah. And he in the script there was like literally 2 minutes dedicated to that basically.
It's so
And
on the nose though.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting how bad it is. And then, like obviously before the film, they did a activation, like a kind of promotion for Cineworld as well, for Cineworld and their kind of promotions for their products as well. So like different parts, they were kind of like making moves to kind of market this film, and as well as the fact that they probably sold it through all the cameos as well. That's probably a big selling point.
Yeah,
getting Ed Sheeran involved is probably huge as well.
Is that you got
Again, to
also
do
got
very
all
little
these-
stuff.
yeah,
By the way, they're so expensive, hence the reason why they couldn't have them on screen for that long.
You've got all these big stars. Surely those big stars must have known what they're signing up for.
Yeah, that goes back to Mo's point about underutilization. It's because they can't afford to have them on screen for that long. That's why.
Yeah, I get it. The Ed Sheeran thing, I really appreciate that because he's actually shown love to the culture a lot. He's helped a lot of these like young rappers and MCs come up and stuff like that. So him being in it makes sense to me.
And for the Hashi imitation that he did, it was good.
What's the line that he says? Your balls
don't smell like they used to before. Yeah.
Your balls don't smell like they used to before.
And then that lady was it that scene when the lady screamed? What do you call it? Be quiet, shut up. I'm trying to watch Gogglebox.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was
That's British culture, right?
But you have to understand,
British.
Ed Sheeran did well.
Yeah.
He really and like he played like 3 different type of drunks. And drugged in one scene.
He went for it, and also like doing the number 2 in the bush.
Yeah.
With
Again,
the kid coming and then telling him that.
Okay,
that was
for me,
You're selling me on this film. You're not telling me to go away from this film. At the moment, you're drawing me in.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, fair.
To be fair, that's the purpose of the podcast, to give your opinion and like either like.
And then you make your assessment of it.
Exactly. You form your own opinion.
There's a couple of really obviously because when I saw the trailer, I thought this is going to be awful. But I think there's going to be some gems.
I think a lot of stuff is going to make you laugh for sure. Yeah.
Can I ask? You see when Ed Sheeran is bricking it in the bush?
Yeah.
That's Smokey, right? Is that reference to Smokey?
Oh, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Smokey back here taking this shit.
I can tell nobody else.
He's out. Yeah, that was it.
Classic.
That's a Friday reference.
That's a Friday.
I'll just sit here.
Classic.
We had Mark, and
go
we
sit
said
over
that
there.
again. Sorry, Mark, man. But yeah, that's SDC schools.
Yeah. They ended up in LA, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, again, crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was in and out of consciousness at that point, and I see them in LA at the end. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Could this be
But how
segued
crazy-
into something else?
But yeah.
We'll see. A Squeezy was another one that was underutilized too. He was just I don't know. But anyway, STC scores. Kem, you
2.
go. Say it.
2.
Be fair.
I am being fair.
Yeah?
It's bad. And to be honest, for me to actually want to watch Fast and Furious X, Fast X instead of this, 2.
That's fair enough. I knew you gave that really low.
Sisu a 2, I think.
Sisu was bad.
That's incredible. Sisu
Yeah,
was
me and him were on the
great.
same page with Sisu.
But is it a 2, Mo?
No.
In the fairness of ratings.
No, it's not 2. Yeah.
It is a 2 for
wow.
me.
I love when you do that.
Okay, what are you giving this one?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll go a nice 5.5. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah,
Can I give some sort of context on my 2?
I'll give it a 5.
Yeah. I was embarrassed watching this.
Mm.
And I was embarrassed for people looking into this, whoever, if he's not from the culture or not from where we're from, like how we grew up and what we like growing up, to look at this and thinking, is this how these guys grew up? Or
So
are these idiots?
Someone who's not from the culture, someone like myself who's not from the culture, am I going to sit there and think this is bad, or am I going to find it?
No, you'll find stuff funny, but then like I'm not gonna paint everybody with same brush. But I'm just saying, for me, if I looked at this,
no, I mean because I'm not from the culture, but because obviously I'm not going to get some of these.
There's some references you won't understand.
Yeah,
sure.
But then I believe from what I see,
find it then. What I find is, in a way, kind of not offensive, but in a way like an embarrassing sort of side of things. I think, is that too far?
Great question. So for me, my thing is, if you were to watch it, I believe that you would look at this and think, is this how they really are? Like, I know it's a caricature of a caricature, but like certain things that this was our childhood in regards to sort of like
the people that are in it.
Yeah,
like I said, we grew up with these.
People. So when you're seeing stuff like the overuse of fam, blood, fam, blood, fam, blood, I'm like, come on.
It makes no sense.
Some people would look at this, without any sort of reference or context, thinking, right, these guys really talk like this.
But I don't think they did. To push back. No, but to push back on you a little bit, I don't think they're doing it to please people that are not from the culture.
No, I don't think they're doing it to please, but because they're doing it so much, like. It was the first, to be honest.
Because like we said, this is for the people from the culture.
This felt like a fan service movie. That's what it felt like.
A what?
A fan service movie at times.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
the first one, if we were to look at it, if we've never seen the first one, and the first one was brought out now.
You mean Anotherhood?
Yeah. I think we would feel the same.
Right.
Not as bad, but we'll feel the same.
Right.
Yeah. But like I've seen young people, like my boys, they're not from London.
Yeah.
And when they say blood, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They're saying it wrong.
No, there's even a thing right now on Twitter where people like, I guess, didn't grow up the way we do.
Yeah.
And Kem, they say stuff like, "What is blood on about?" It doesn't make sense, bro. They say things like that on Twitter, bro, and it's become a running thing now where people just be like, "What's blood waffling about?" and things like that, and I'm just like, "Oh my
Because
God."
I mean, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Kent. I mean, you could be as far from anything as you possibly can imagine. So when I hear this sort of stuff, because my stepson, he is technically from that culture.
Yeah.
And when I hear him say stuff, I look at him to say, "Come on, man."
You're exactly no.
Come on
exactly
now.
my point. Exactly my point.
Look at where you're from.
No, where you're from. No, sorry, hold up. This exactly my point. If he's going to look at someone from Kent that is barely scratching the surface of what he thinks, how we grew up.
Yeah.
If you see now something that is so over the top, and something that they're going to look to for reference point because they don't know any better, you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, you already look at these kids saying, blood, fam, as idiots, right?
I'm sitting here utterly confused.
Exactly
I mean,
my point. So you're only going to go away thinking...
I'm not saying like I lived in a place where no one forgot, didn't know we were there or anything like that, but, I did live quite close to a lot of farms, so
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
but I'm just
we have
saying-
no idea what any of this kind of culture
to be fair,
is.
to be fair,
my reference point would be something like this sort of film, and that'd
exactly
be the
my
first
point.
thing I would see.
Exactly my point. But it'll be good to speak to you after you've watched it.
It's interesting because a better reference point to that kind of life would be something like a Top Boy. But even we had those gripes.
But
where
There you go.
I
we
watched
even
Adulthood and Kidulthood, and I love those films.
right. So yeah, but then even like for example, the Top Boy, we had those issues with the dialogue where we were like, oh, some of this stuff is over the top.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I mean? So then, like, where's the balance?
I again, and the balance, where the balance lies is someone like Hashi, writing a good script, writing the dialogue, because obviously I know what he's capable of in regards to what he's shown me, and I've heard what he's done before.
He speaks better than I do.
No. In regards to filmmaking.
Hashi's a good coach.
No, of course.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, because he's shown me some of his work. I would literally put my flag and say, Hash, lead the charge for us. Let everybody know how we grew up.
Sure.
Not this, man.
Look
Guys,
at
I'm
him. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed, man. I'm overwhelmed right now.
Wrap it up. I can't do it anymore. Wrap it up, please.
What is blood waffling about? Alright guys, that was our review for Sumotherhood. Let us know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Make sure you leave us a like and share the videos and subscribe to the channel, please. We're in the road to 1,000, I think, or 500. Or
500.
We're on the road.
1,000. Why not? Let's go for it.
Yeah, we're on the road to a lot of followers, so, a lot of subscribers. So yeah, and hit the bell so you know when the videos are coming up, so you don't miss anything. But yeah, we appreciate you guys sticking with us. See you guys soon. Peace.